Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. PNF to its mates, let's go with that. What this does is it increases the flexibility, the range of a muscle. Not only does it increase the length though, it increases how usable that muscle is. And we'll unpack a little bit why that is the case. It's basically a way that we can create flexibility through a muscle, through a structure, through a joint, a long-term change in flexibility and a flexibility that you can actually use. Again, someone who's super mobile here doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to generate force there. Just because you've got a lot of shoulder flexibility doesn't automatically mean that your strict press is going to be super strong. So this is a way that we can increase the flexibility, but also make it super strong as well. The issue with stretching is we need a muscle to relax. Because muscles have two properties. They can be plastic or they can be elastic. So something that's elastic, like an elastic band. You stretch an elastic band, you let it go, and it returns to its normal length. The next day you do the same, returns to its normal length. And that can often happen when you're doing static stretches. You get this pattern of stretching muscle length, so if this is the length and this is time. Over days, you stretch on Monday, you stretch on Tuesday, you stretch on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The trend in this is that. So you're limited with the long-term effect of this. However, if we're doing PNF, remember we talked about the elastic and the plastic properties of a muscle. If you're doing PNF, you get what's called creep. And this is a plastic property of a muscle. Imagine you've got a glad wrap and you stretch that glad wrap. You stretch it 5 centimeters, let it go. It stays 5 centimeters stretched. Yeah? It's not going to return to its length. And what PNF does is starts to do that. And this creep refers to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So over time, the general trend is upwards. So your flexibility increases upwards. And it does this by using various sciencey things that we're going to talk about, which allow the muscle to relax. Because you guys can see that if a muscle is fighting you and it's contracting, it's not going to be able to be stretched and lengthened, is it? If a muscle is contracting and fighting you, you can't overcome it. We're not going to be able to stretch that muscle. One of the reasons this is so powerful, and this is how you guys can generate free strength. So you can lift more without getting stronger, which is something for nothing effectively. So let's learn a bit more about how to do that.